It is a mockery of 1,000,000 deaths. It's a mockery of all of us who have been trapped in our homes, fearing the worst for so many months. It's a mockery of the fact that as we stand, the world economy is wrecked and we are facing the prospect of war on several fronts around China. I would be very grateful if my PCR crew would show this mockery on our screens so that the people of this country can just look at what it is being done in China to cock a snook at the rest of the world. This is a water park party that has been organized at the epicenter of the coronavirus in Wuhan. For all the criticism that has come of why this was done, you can imagine that there is only one particular reason that this is being done. This is being done to thumb your nose at the world, at the celebration that the Chinese are doing. Look at this, the fireworks happening there. At the celebration that the Chinese are doing for having wrecked the world. There's a DJ playing, there are fireworks, 10,000 people, there are no masks and social distancing happening over here. Look at what they're doing, right? Before they all jump into the water to take a dip all together. This is mind-blowing, mind-numbing. And if for all the people who've been criticizing the Chinese, they're calling it that, oh, because you guys in the rest of the world couldn't handle coronavirus as well as we did, it shows the superiority of China. It's unbelievable. It would be very, very useful, okay? Very, very useful for us to take a cogent decision by keeping those visuals on our screens, okay? I don't know what the heck we are doing. Let's keep those visuals on our screens. And let me open up this broadcast. Gautam Mukherjee joining us, General G.G. Dwivedi is with us, Commander G.J. Singh is with us, Sumit Peer, Group Captain V.N. Jha also with us. Gautam Mukherjee, now what do you prima facie make of this? I mean, it's unbelievable. What are these guys up to?
Elaborate PR exercise, particularly because they've released this video which has gone viral. 15-20 million people have seen it. Remember, Wuhan lab, Hubei province. Now, what are they trying to say? That look, we got it as innocently as the rest of you, and we tested many people. First, we went down with it, and then we locked everybody down. Then in the second round, we tested over 10 million people when there's 11 million population in Wuhan. And look at us, we've beaten it. This is how it's done, etc. But it's basically a blowback against the WHO being sent to find out how this happened, who did it.
No, it's not a blowback. It's laughable. It's like we did this. We sent 2.5 million people across the board aboard China Airlines to infect the rest of you guys. And now you are all, I don't know, what is the terminology I'm allowed to use on national television? You're all skewered, okay? Now that you're all skewered, we are now going to party, okay? Because we beat it. Maybe we've been sitting on a vaccine since March because the vaccine patent was filed in March, for God all we know. Sumit Peer, what the heck is this going on? What the hell is this?
I think, Rishabh, this is something which the world must see. This is a slap on all of us, what China is doing. They are saying us, look, we invented the virus, we invented the anti-note because we invented the virus, right? We had invented the anti-note with it. Now, you democracies, you liberal people across the world have failed. See how Wuhan has become from an epicenter to the party zone. We are partying, we are live, we have DJs, we have thousands of people in the pool, and you guys are staying in your homes. How smart the autocratic regimes are, how smart is the Chinese Communist Party, and how small and how weak you democracies of the world are. You might say I'm the biggest democracy of the world, you might say I'm the oldest democracy of the world, but when it comes to CCP, you're all nothing. See how good we are back to normal, we instantly, Rishabh. These people can be the members of CCP, their families. These might be the people, their husbands and fathers might be working in PLA, because CCP is corrupt Chinese propaganda. So it's a part of corrupt Chinese propaganda, and the slap on the world You see how we have done it. Now, incidentally, they talk about WHO. Rishabh, by all means, WHO nowhere has allowed swimming pools. How can you have thousands of pools?
No, hang on, WHO. This is Gigi Dwivedi. 1 million people almost are dead, right? The virus isn't over. The pandemic isn't over. And the cause of celebration, there's only one reason to do this. And their only one reason is exactly what Sumit Peer just said and Gautam Mukherjee just said. This is saying that we have got you, okay, by the onions, and now we are parting. We are parting the demise of the world. I don't know how many people will lose their lives or livelihoods in this 1 year. And the epicenter is here. So we have achieved our aims and we are celebrating the achievement of our aims of skewering the world.
Bishop, I'll be more specific. I think this is one man's agenda, and that is Xi Jinping. He has adopted this route to declare himself as a global leader and also to put across to the world that China is now number one power because we have been able to handle the most serious crisis while the world is struggling, including US.
But they created the crisis.
Yes, I'm coming to that. Now let's just go back a little and see the date lines. In mid-November, this virus is up in Wuhan. 21st January, China declares to WHO. In first week of April, 7th of April, Wuhan, 70 days, lockdown is opened out. And there's a big celebration in Wuhan where Xi Jinping declares victory on virus. Now that is the story. And thereafter, he has not pulled back. He has kept on projecting one agenda that look, our authoritarian system, our Chinese Communist Party system has been able to control this, whereas the world is struggling. So he is trying to sell his system, he is trying to sell himself through the COVID-19. But let me tell you, China has committed a crime against the global humanity. And Chinese
No, but this is the epicenter. The world would not be in the position it is. I can tell you, I have lost people who I know who are dead because of this. Who are dead.
Absolutely.
How many of us have been living in anxiety in our own homes, afraid of coming out? We can't get back to work. We can't go out anywhere. We can't do anything. Our economy is in shambles. The global economy is sunk. We are about to go to war potentially in the South China Sea. We've already had a massive conflict with China. It's already happened where they've killed our people and they are throwing a party. Like this is a celebration to do. This virus came out of Wuhan. It should have stayed in Wuhan. Not only did it not stay there, it was deliberately spread. They kept the airlines open. They kept people flying all over the world when they should have told the truth in November. For 3 months they lied to the world and now they are parting because they've got what they wanted. They wanted the world on its knees. The world is on its knees and this is what this celebration stands for. Our call-in lines are open. 011-613-62113 and 114. Gopalji is joining us. Gopalji, go ahead.
Sir, good evening.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Go ahead. Make a point, sir.
My point is, you please look at this Chinese this thing, sir. Whole world is suffering, wherein they are partying in the pool, and it looks to me that the whole UN, including the America, has to make a sort of a consortium wherein they have to make a sort of this thing wherein they have to declare a war against China.
The war is coming, sir. It's happening in the South China Sea. End of September, early October, expected to happen. It's going to be a US-China war. Certainly, something is going to happen. But this is a victory celebration. Group Captain Jha, it looked like these guys are just celebrating victory in Europe. It's VE Day in New York City.
Thank you, Rishabh, for having me on your channel. Rishabh, for last 2 months, I have been fighting a lone battle to get WHO to answer my open letter. I have sent an open letter of Chinese involvement into Wuhan virus to the WHO, to our Dr. Harshvardhan, who is the chairman of the WHO executive board, and I have been sending letters after letters to requesting Dr. Harshvardhan to take up this matter, because we have consulted a group, change.org, there are about 150 odd doctors, including the highest ranking doctors, who do feel that Chinese hands are very obvious in this
They've done
Wuhan
it.
virus.
They've done it, and now they're celebrating. They are celebrating their goal of a strategic achievement, and they're doing it for this particular reason, to prove a point. This is an ideological war going on, which is why this party has been held. It's been held for no other reason. It's an ideological war going on, and after having skewered the world, they are now celebrating the fact that they've wrecked the world. And I'm sorry to say that the people of China are complicit in this. We had to fight independence against the Britishers. The Britishers didn't go away themselves. If you can't stand up to your own dictators, 10,000 of you join the party, then you are complicit in this. You are also criminals with 1 million deaths on your hands. This virus should have never gotten out of Wuhan. It should not be right now down the road from where I am sitting, where all of us have to wear a mask as soon as we walk out of homes. Absolutely ridiculous. More callers joining us on the broadcast. Pramish, go ahead if you can hear us. Pramish, go ahead from Bengaluru. Pramish, you can hear us? Yes, go ahead, sir. Please go ahead. What should we do?
See, the only way to punish these Chinese, we should all stop buying Chinese products, whether it's mobile, anything. Just stop it for 1 year, and I'm sure will be automatic.
Rameshji, how many of these Chinese companies are headquartered there in Bengaluru, sir? They are doing product launch after product launch. I mean, what's wrong with our country?
Arey Baba, we were living without the Chinese products in 1974. I was born in 1965. Why not live that way?
No, bang on. Commander Jijay Singh. I mean, there has to be some answerability, accountability. It's a ruddy party. It's like if the Nazis have been partying after killing 6 million Jews.
Rishabh, we have to see from another angle as well. As you are saying, this is a celebration. I would call it celebrations of the victory of the Third World War, chemical warfare. They have won this war. They have put, as in your words, the world on its knees. Lakhs and lakhs of people have died from the coronavirus. It is not that they have used military, they have used chemical warfare. And you must recognize also the way of Chinese working. It's a silent way. It's maintaining secrecy. It's not making noise. They are, God knows how many soldiers are killed on June 15, but they are absolutely silent till today.
No, this
the
is...
Wuhan virus, I fully agree with everyone.
It should have stayed in Wuhan.
Out of the military laboratory.
I mean, the WHO has come out as covered in smoke. And all the people working there should cover themselves in shame if they can't hold the Chinese to account for what has happened. Where is the WHO? Where is the WHO chief commenting on this party? Where is he?
Exactly.
Has he opened his mouth? Where is he? Not a pipsqueak has come out of his mouth. For what reason? Imagine if something like this had been happening in any other country. What would be the consequences? It's ridiculous. More caller joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Sachdeva, go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This guy, Tedros, from the WHO, is hand in glove with the Chinese. That is for sure. I have only one very important thing to say. Why doesn't the world unite? Because they haven't. They say they have the will. They haven't.
I don't know.
Unite and go to the International Court of Justice. Simple. Unite, go there, put it. We have to put it across.
Sir, today you can't even call it Chinese virus without being accused of xenophobia. That's where the world is right now, sir. You can't even use the word Chinese virus like Donald Trump says, and you will be accused of xenophobia. That the Chinese people, the 10,000 of them who are in this party are complicit in the cause. They are complicit. They are not rebelling against the CCP. They are not standing up against Xi Jinping. They don't give two hoots about the invasion that are happening in the South China Sea or in Galwan. They are celebrating all of it. They are all complicit in this. And unless somebody from China comes up and stands up and says otherwise, we have to assume that they are complicit in this. Where is the revolution? How many Indian people lost their lives fighting British brutality? Our freedom was not given to us. It had to be fought for. So if the Chinese, out of their greed with the number of millionaires they have, are all complicit, well then as a country they need to be held accountable, not just Xi Jinping. Another caller joining us in the broadcast. Who do we have? Mr. Sharma, go ahead, sir.
Sir, thank you very much. Number one, this is a propaganda of a Chinese showing the pool party and other things.
Yeah, go ahead, finish it.
And if you have to make them pay, stop their airlines next time whenever the flight regulations are opening up, and do not do any kind of business with them. Can you stop all the business, whatever they are doing with the world? Stop. Let them pay.
Well, the question is, we can try. I don't know. I know a lot of work is going on, but the reality is the Chinese companies are still operating here. They're doing product launches. Some of them are trying to convince us that they're actually Indian companies. How Realme is an Indian company, I don't know. That's for them to figure out and convince you, the people, that it's an Indian company founded out of Shenzhen is an Indian company. I don't know which map of India does Shenzhen come into India, but maybe we should claim it. There is a reaction now that needs to come through Gautam Mukherjee, and the reaction of the disgust. These are not 10 CCP officials popping a bottle of champagne. These are the people of Wuhan who are celebrating in Wuhan with DJs, and no one is asking them a single question. Gautam Mukherjee, the world is either complicit in this or we are all pipsqueaks.
You know, one thought is that there were reports that the furnaces, the incinerators were going night and day. You know, the Chinese have a way of either not letting on how many people died or underplaying it. Now they talk of 3,000 or 4,000 deaths. The actual estimates, there were various reports of how many cell phones went silent, etc. Now, there is a possibility that some of this is aimed at Wuhan and the internal province and town as much as it is anything else. This is bad PR. If you poke me in the eye when 1 million of my people have died, that's not very good PR. But if you have to buck up your own people who are revolting as much as they can.
Where is the revolt? Where is the revolt, Gautam Mukherjee?
There is no revolt.
No revolt.
Where is that happening? What's happening in Tiananmen Square? What happened? Where is the revolt? There is no revolt.
It's a propaganda. There is no revolt.
They are complicit.
There is today.
The revolt is happening with Chinese dissidents, 1 or 2 of them living in New York. It's not happening in Beijing.
There is a purge. You've read reports of the purge that has happened within the CCP. 1 million
people are in concentration camps. Hong Kong has been crushed. Tibet has been crushed. They are about to go to war with America. They've already pretty much attacked us. Where is the revolt? Where are the great millions and billions of people of China standing up against Xi Jinping? It's not happening, Gautam Mukherjee. They are not there. They are bought out. It's called eudaimonic legitimacy. It's called greed. As long as we make you millionaires, you keep shut. We had people who were complicit with the British Raj because they got rich out of it. It wasn't the rich people in the end who got on the streets. They were led by a few of the Motilal Nehrus and Jawaharlal Nehrus of the world. Another caller joining us on the broadcast. Who do we have? PCR. Anand Jaiswal. Anand Jaiswal, go ahead. What do we do? What should be the answer to this, Anand Jaiswal?
Well, my name is Anand Jaiswal.
Yes.
I'm from Noida. Yeah, good evening. Well, I would say that this is absolutely atrocious that these people are celebrating when the entire world is absolutely collapsed. Business has collapsed. Cambridge University has come out with an estimate that in the next 5 years, starting with this, the world is going to lose $83 trillion, which is 4 times the GDP of the US in 2019, because 2020, it is going to be down from that. So 4 years of GDP of the United States, the world is going to lose.
So what should we do, sir? I have heard stone silence from the WHO. I mean, how many people do we have Indians sitting on the WHO? What are they doing? How many of them have spoken out today? Not a single one. We are, I mean, this is what happens. You don't stand up for yourself. Who's going to stand up for you? Martians. We'll have to get Elon Musk to find them on Mars to come and stand up for us. That this is ridiculous. What are you guys doing? There is a massive disconnect between reality, okay, reality of what the Chinese are doing, which is slapping you across the face, and the rest of us going, we are outraged. Where is the outrage? What's happening? There's no outrage if you're waiting for the Chinese to overthrow Xi Jinping. It's not happening, guys. Heads up. Let me quickly get in Sumit Peer back. Group Captain, I see you. I'm coming to you in a second. Sumit Peer, it's not going to happen unless some of us now make it happen. Now, where is the account? Where has China been held accountable in the past? This year is over. We are at end of August. Yeah, we were reading about coronavirus since February. साल खत्म हो गया. Where is the accountability? किसने पकड़ा इनको?
Rishabh, honestly, there is no accountability. I have been, and you have been talking on the news X that as long as people of China get money, that is what they care for. Forget those revolts, forget their street protests. It's not going to happen. Rishabh, the fact of the matter is that today with coronavirus, maybe health-wise, 10, 20 million people are impacted, but economically, 7 billion people are impacted. It is a more of an economic virus, and that is what they are celebrating. Where is WHO, CHO, I don't know what to call it, World Health Organization, Chinese Health Organization. They are questioning the safety of the Russian vaccine. They are asking for 4th stage clinical trials of the Russian vaccine, and they are silent of this thousands of people, party happening in China.
They are not silent. They are celebrating. They are celebrating. Group Captain Jha.
Can I make a point?
Yeah, finish your thought.
Yeah.
Sumit, go ahead.
Rishabh, instantly, I would want to take your attention to one striking fact. Today morning, we heard on Twitter that Joe Biden is going to use coronavirus failure as the main attack tool against Donald Trump.
That's it. And that's the two window, right? Oh, look at America. And China just simply lied, has no So who is holding Xi Jinping to account? Where is Joe Biden holding Xi Jinping to account? Where is Kamala Harris holding Xi Jinping to account? Make that call. Kamala Harris, public appeal from here. Make the call. Make the call. Make the call. Call up the Chinese Communist Party chief and the president of China and say that you need to be held accountable for what you have done to the rest of us. You have done this. This is where it came from. It should have never left Wuhan, where they are having a party. Literally, not only they're actually jumping in the water together so that they can mix fluids.
Correct.
To that level. Forget social distancing, 2 gaz ki duri. It is, come on, let's jump into the pool together, guys, and let's party it up. Let's party it up. Oh, yeah. Look at this guy. Bloody hell. I wish I was on a social media platform and not a mainstream media. I could have been more free with my language. Go, Captain Jha.
Yeah, Rishabh, I compliment your channel and I compliment you as well to, air all these grievances of the mass of the global community on your channel. There is a center of emerging infection, Wuhan lab virus, which has got a P4 lab. There are 2 gentlemen called Miss Zhen Li and Yuan Ziming. They were known to be working onto the bat coronavirus to transform their DNA or RNA to the virulence, to increase the virulence. And today, when WHO is not responding, WHO says that it is not within our ambit. Let me just tell you that within the WHO Constitution, Chapter 2, A, F, G, J, P, B, they are supposed to have taken this.
Where is, forget ambit or not ambit, where is the commentary? The same WHO guys who gave these guys clean chits. They gave them clean chits.
Yes,
where is the commentary when the party is happening in Wuhan?
Yes.
Where is it happening? Is it happening in Bombay? Is it happening in Kolkata? Is it happening in Delhi? Is it happening in New York? We have been laughing at all the Americans going out for not wearing masks. At least they're not jumping into a pool 10,000 at a time. Vinit ji joining us on the broadcast. Vinit ji, go ahead. Caller joining us. Vinit, can you hear us?
From Indore.
Yeah, go ahead, Vinit. Yeah.
This is Vivek and Archana.
Yeah, Vivek. Yeah, sorry. Vivek, go ahead, please.
Yeah, this is Vivek and Archana, my wife from Indore.
Hello.
It's just not about the pool party. You're showing visuals of schools being opening. And just look at our kids. They have been confined to homes for the last 5 months. And we don't know how much time that will still take. This is just crazy. They are not just killing us, they are killing our generations. They are killing our generations to come. And we really need to get ahead of them as an industry, as people, as country.
No, but Vivek, who have we heard somewhere in the world that somebody is going to be holding them to account? We are hoping that the Americans smash them in some South China Sea bases, fingers crossed. That's it. All the agencies are missing. The UN is silent. WHO, my gosh, they've been praising them for the great work they're doing. I'm sure the WHO chief right now and the many Indian employees of WHO, where are they? Trying to read a rule book. Reading a rule book. Where's the rule book? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So at a certain point of time, something has to be done. General G. Dwivedi, where is the accountability for the history books now? For this generation, when our grandchildren read about what we did, how will they hold us? As wimps?
Bishop, you hit the nail on the head. Having a deep personal knowledge about China, there is a very clear understanding between the people of China and the Communist Party that as long as we deliver prosperity, do not ask the political system. Now that is where it stands. Now, the dissent. Wang Yang, who was a whistleblower, was actually eliminated, died under very, very mysterious circumstances. And the two people who wrote critical letters were locked up, and they went through the reorientation program. And world as such, not only Chinese people, you are very right. The world is also appears to be bought out.
No, we are complicit. We are complicit. That's the thing, Gigi Dwivedi. I mean, we are having abstract conversations about, some percentage of supply chain management will shift and 3 companies will shift in. There have to be real consequences. It's like having supply chain management conversations in 1939, right? There's a massive disconnect that needs to now come into comeuppance, and I feel it has to start with us, the people, and I refuse to believe that the Chinese people don't know what the heck has happened to the world. They know exactly what has happened, and they are celebrating that it's happened. And until somebody comes to Tiananmen Square and stands in front of a tank and proves to us no, that's what we are going to believe. Another caller joining us on the broadcast. Who is this, PCR? Ashmit ji, go ahead. Ashmit ji, go ahead. What should we do, Mr. Ashmit? Ashmit, if you can hear us. Okay, maybe not. Call us back. If our number is still on the screen, call us back if you can't hear us. At some point of time, Commander G is saying, I am just trying to figure out when we are written about in our history books, and we will be, sir. Okay, I refuse to be remembered as Chamberlain. I refuse that we sat there and waved a paper in Munich. Here, let me wave my hand sanitizer over here and say peace in our times. It's ridiculous.
Rishabh, the history books will not or may not, record about how we feel, but they will always record one fact, that the UNO was spineless or the WHO was spineless. They don't have any, a force to reinforce or to enforce their resolutions on China. And China recognizes it, that the superpowers don't care about the UNO. UNO is nothing. Some people say in the West, a talking club, the third world countries. I have experienced America defying UNO, Israel defying UNO, all strong countries. They don't care about it. So WHO, do they have that power to enforce their regulations? And talking about Kamala Harris, will anybody listen to her in
let's see. I would love to hear from Hillary Clinton. Where is Hillary Clinton? I would love to hear from Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton. Where is their commentary on China? What's happened? Have they said a word?
They won't be listening.
Can anybody watching this broadcast think of Barack Obama speaking up against China? Can you think about it? Not one, right?
No.
And there's a reason, because he hasn't. And that's the reason. Ajit joining us on the broadcast. Ajit. Go ahead, Ajit.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, Ajit.
This virus originated from China. If it is intentional, then it's criminal. If it is accidental, then China must pay. This can be a biological war. Next can be cyber war. World has to unite against them. China is buying corporates, and they will come in the foreign market due to the coronavirus, and they will control the governments there. China is giving loans and are like some loan sharks and controlling government. These are the expansionist.
No, we know their spy rackets. We know their Hawala rackets, their drug rackets. We know all these things. My question is, where is the accountability? Who has suffered because of it? except for all of us, right? Let me pull out my hand sanitizer. Let me pull out my mask. My studio is empty. Nobody can come to work because, well, we all know why. Because Commander, just say with me, in some real terms, Gautam Mukherjee, I have to ask this question. At the end, how will we be remembered now? What did we actually do? We gave them a lesson in Galwan, but beyond that, as a global community of 6.7 billion people, or so, what is it, 5.7 billion people, take away the 1.3 billion Chinese, what did we do other than buy sanitizer?
Rishabh, I'm not pessimistic about China getting its comeuppance. I think the pandemic is the tipping point. For a long time, when they were following Deng Xiaoping's policy of keeping their head down and making money, we didn't notice. The world did not notice. They thought, what nice people, and everything is cheaper, everybody's making money, and wonderful. And aren't they so good at what they do?
What is the cost?
When they started asserting themselves, still the world was sleeping.
No, forget asserting yourself. Forget asserting yourself. The Americans also assert themselves, Gautam Mukherjee, but they don't take a million people dead to do it. There's a difference.
Yes.
They've also killed people in Iraq, killed people in Afghanistan. So they also do their own assertion of self-interest.
Yes.
But they don't knock off a million people.
No, that is why now that they've ventured on chemical warfare against the whole world and then trying to make it look like we are as much victims as anybody else, and look how well we managed the scene and the rest of you should follow suit, they're not going to get away with it.
Okay.
But please understand that they have in the meantime, as you well know, built themselves up militarily, economically to a formidable degree. There's a second biggest
they're going to bomb the world. That's what Hitler thought. It's called hubris.
So to unwind this is already happening. The exports are down 20%. The imports are down 4%. People are boycotting them everywhere. People are pushing back militarily. And this will take time, but it will happen. The proof of the pudding goes in the aphorism.
I think Wing Commander Bakshi is calling us. Wing Commander Bakshi, hi sir, go ahead. Prafulji, if you can hear me. Yes, go ahead sir, please go ahead.
I can hear you. Basically, Chinese have created a biological warfare. They have jumped the convention to 25 and the convention of 72. Now, no amount of taking them to ICJ and all or holding them responsible, nothing will happen because they'll buy time. The only thing is which we have in hand is what we are doing now. We have caught them in the South China Sea and we have caught them all over. Should not give that up. That is the only way to punish them. There is no other punishment there.
No, but punishment, I'm not seeing any punishment, right? I mean, it's still theoretical.
There's no punishment.
China's GDP is still going to grow the strongest in the world, okay? Because they've sold you. Remember all the fake stuff they sold you? The kits that did not work. What was the comeuppance? Sumit, remember that debate? Including to this country in India. We kept discussing, bhai, unhone wahan bechi nahi chali, wahan bechi nahi chali, wahan bechi nahi chali. Then we also bought it nahi chali. Right, and how much fine did the Chinese have to pay for that? Nothing.
They went scot-free, Rishabh. In all this, they went scot-free.
Yeah, just hang a second. Let Sumit take that. Yeah, Sumit, go ahead.
In fact, Corona is it is the fusion bomb. I don't want to use the word hydrogen. It's the fusion bomb of Chinese which has dismantled the world's economy for a year. They've killed, which bomb can kill 1 million people? Which bomb can dismantle the world's economy? This is what they have done, Rishabh. This is what Corona is about. It is an economic fusion bomb of the China. It is not a virus.
Okay.
Let's stop calling it a virus.
What are consequences? Like Group Captain Jha, what are now consequences to be delivered? This is a gross insult to the fabric and the moral sphere of this world. These images are a gross insult. This is showing the Chinese people of Wuhan in complicit. They are not protesting against the Chinese Communist Party. They are celebrating with the Chinese Communist Party. This is what's happening here. So what should be the comeuppance? What are the consequences, sir?
Rishabh, I'll just request to give me 60 seconds, just 60 seconds. We all know Dr. Tedros, Director General of WHO, has tremendously failed. But what stops the WHO Executive Board to take up the case to call for the summon the health assembly meeting, and as in accordance with chapter 5, article 13, 18 and 28, call for the WHO meeting and call for the investigation for just one sentence resolution, that is to investigate the source of COVID-2 pandemic, to establish the host DG who has failed into this, and third, to give the compensations to the countries which has suffered through it. What stops? Could you kindly
somebody has to be held accountable for 1 million deaths. Now 1 million deaths, the COVID pandemic did not spread out of Wuhan incidentally. There is much to suggest that it was spread deliberately, or at least people knew and let it spread. And there are people, including the chief of the WHO, who have to be tried for their sins. This is not errors of commission, of omission. These are errors of commission that have taken place.
He needs to be tried.
Okay, we have another caller joining us. PCR, who do we have? Okay, well, Mr. Vibal Mohan is joining us. I'm told he's a retired DIG. Mr. Mohan, go ahead, sir. Mr. Mohan, if you can hear us, sir. PCR, okay. Yeah, go ahead, sir. We can hear you now. Go ahead.
The big countries like America, Russia, and say other countries like France, Sweden, they're all making money by selling their weapons. And the second thing, what they're doing is, there's a medicine these people they are selling, and now we are trapped by this all biological warfare, and we are paying through our nose. We are losing so many men. What we should do now, you would see it very clearly. You see, there's a very big shift from NATO side again. They have all gone to South China Sea. The war, the aim is to sell either weapons or medicines. What we will have to do is that we have to work very seriously against this biological warfare.
No, we have to be recognize it as such. Somebody has to come and recognize it, that this was biological warfare, right? What is the Global Times writing? General Dwivedi, what is the Global Times article on this? That's the China mouthpiece. They are saying this party is proof that very strict measures against the virus are very, very effective. So it's a proof at how successful we have been, right? When we know that they haven't been successful at all.
Well, Rishabh, there are three things in this. Firstly, what China has done is they totally faked up their figures. They faked up their own figures, because what has come out on the official reporting is far from the truth. There must have been millions of casualties which have not come out. Secondly, what has China's strategy or Xi Jinping's strategy have been? It's two-pronged. First and foremost, use checkbook diplomacy. Recently there was a voting on Hong Kong, where 50 countries actually backed Chinese. And second is use the gray zone warfare, which is basically biological warfare. He has used these two tools to project China
and he has been successful.
On this global stage.
It's evil genius. It's diabolical genius. It has been successful. They've done it.
Absolutely.
They've skewered the world. We are all hammered. We are all broken. There are. Somebody just told me in the afternoon today, how many Indian startups have gotten crushed. They have moved into the Himalayas. They want to move into the South China Sea. They are building naval bases. They are building air bases, and they are playing with all of us. And we are all being played with, right? And where is the comeuppance? Nothing. Has anybody watching this broadcast heard of any update of that WHO inquiry which was announced last month? Absolutely nothing happened. Has the chief of the WHO lost his job? Is he lying in a jail facing criminal charges? No, he is not. Nothing will happen to him. He will get a plum retirement posting for having done a great service to the Chinese Communist Party. That's the bottom line. Another caller joining us on the broadcast. Who do we have? Satish joining us from Ghaziabad. Satish, go ahead.
What I'm saying is Chinese have been preparing for a war many years back. So why can't now America is having so many research and scientists can throw the virus back into China? Some virus they should throw in China that will affect all of them.
So this is the thing, no sir, we are not the Nazis, no, the rest of the world is not.
No, are you going
so
to
we don't have to set up concentration camps, but I understand your frustration. I am feeling frustrated so much so right now, because this is slapping you across the face. I mean, look at this party. Look at this chump dancing around. What's he doing there? His job is to come and slap the world across their faces. Okay? And let's hire some foreign DJs to come and play for us simultaneously. What is this being done for? This is being done to celebrate victory against the world. And as of now, they won. Okay? They've got everything that they wanted. They've achieved their goals and they won. Okay? Unless we now do something to ensure this victory turns into a defeat. What that it is up to us. Whether you want to boycott goods or shift supply chains or believe in Atmanirbhar Bharat or set up a Quad Plus or set up a naval base in the Andamans or ban TikTok, it's up to us. I am not saying nothing is being done, but I can easily say that the comeuppance has to be felt, hasn't happened. Ashmit joining us? Who do we have, PCR? Okay, we have Noel joining us from Jaipur. Noel, go ahead.
Yes, hello. Hi, Rishabh.
Yeah, go ahead,
Hello.
sir. Go ahead. We're listening.
Yeah. Rishabh, thanks for the program you're doing this now. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, Rishabh.
We can hear you fine, sir. Make your point. We can hear you fine. Make your point.
Rishabh, thanks for showing what you're doing on television. It's wonderful. But one little request to you: just tell your cameraman in Mumbai to go down to Dadar. Hello.
Yeah.
Just tell your cameraman to go down to the Dadar market. Tomorrow is Ganesh Chaturthi, and you see more than 10 times the crowd that you're showing on television, visible, with no social distancing, with no mask, nothing going on.
And I promise you, sir, those people know, I promise you, sir, the reason for social distancing and the masks is because what happened in Wuhan. That's the reason. Otherwise, Ganesh Chaturthi and the crowds, we would all be celebrating with them. That's the irony here, which needs to be highlighted. I am not saying that we don't have our problems in dealing with a pandemic. I am saying the pandemic began here. Okay, here. This is where it began. It should have never gotten out of Wuhan. Those people celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi or who wanted to celebrate Eid or whichever denomination you want to believe in, because in this country even that becomes an issue. The reality is that they should be going about their lives, having their festivals, living their lives without having to worry about dying. And that all changed. And there's a reason it all changed. Because of what happened here. And we do not know the truth of what happened here. Nobody's told us and nobody's checking. No one's investigating and nobody buys the WHO investigation under a person who has not been held to account for what has happened. I'm short of time. We'll be taking more callers. Gautam Mukherjee, you know, at some point of time we'll have to ask ourselves the question, and it's a very fundamental question, right? Do we not blame China? Do we blame ourselves?
No, there's no question of blaming ourselves, except insofar as China has now breached the rules of how international commerce, espionage, warfare, everything is done. They issue maps and they say, this is ours. This was always ours. And they make other people do it, like Nepal and Pakistan and what have you. They put radars in Myanmar to watch us. They have breached every line. This hasn't happened since the Second World War, and it is happening now. And I am confident that it won't be pushed back in a day, but it is being pushed back minute to minute by all the countries.
There is comeuppance happening. Maybe we should send them more of these swimsuits and so that they can have more pool parties. We have another caller joining us in the broadcast. Who do we have? PCR? Vinod, go ahead, Vinod.
They're infected with
No, I don't want them to be infected. I want them to get okay, but I don't want to do this celebrating their victory across the rest of us. Vinod, go ahead, Vinodji.
Hello, I am Vinod Bharti from Pune. I just want to say one thing. If we are capable and if we are doing all the things rightly, then why not we can get the vaccine? How come they are enjoying and we are just seeing the parties going on
why not we control this particular thing when it was recorded in the month of January?
So this is the problem.
Why are we controlling now?
So,
why the things are happening now?
So this is the problem, sir. This is why what the Chinese are doing works, right? There is a virus pandemic in America. Who gets blamed for it? Donald Trump. You haven't controlled it properly. Okay. There is a virus pandemic in India. We are asking ourselves what we could have done better. Okay. Why has government not done this? Why has state government not done this? Central could have done this. We could have shut the air flights much earlier. What nobody is answering is, for how many months did the Chinese lie about it? How much did they know? Okay. How much they did deliberately? Did they create the virus or not create the virus? We know that the lab is there in Wuhan. They killed all their whistleblowers. They all died or disappeared, right? So we don't hold China to account. Now this is the difference between a free country like ours, where we constantly hold ourselves to account. That's why we are better, okay? We are free, right? But I am asking, in a grand dictatorship like China, it doesn't survive, the CCP does not survive if a percentage of the population are not complicit. The same applied to Nazi Germany, right? Just Google Kristallnacht. Okay, what happened during the time of the Kristallnacht? Okay, the night of the crystals. Just Google it. I don't have to delineate it further, because the people become complicit until it is inconvenient to become complicit. So while we have to hold ourselves accountable, and by all means you're right, sir, where is the vaccine? Why is it taking so long? These are important questions to ask and answer. The one fundamental question has to ask, I'll put into context. Why did Chamberlain not stop Hitler in advance? Why did the French and the British not ally earlier? Why didn't they go against Germany after Czechoslovakia? Chamberlain had a lot of questions to answer. Why did the French lose? Why did they not hold the Maginot Line? Why did the Swedes allow the Germans passage to invasion of Norway? Why did the Poles not fight better? Why did Stalin sign a non-aggression pact with Hitler? Everybody is to blame but Hitler. That's the problem. So all those are also valid concerns. But the person at the center of it was the problem. That's the difference. And that's what I'm trying to enunciate here. Let me quickly, we have another caller joining us on the broadcast. Rajiv Sharma ji. Rajiv Sharma ji, go ahead.
Yeah, in fact, I'm watching your program with great interest. And I would like to butt in just to add. Yeah, I would just like to add that the problem with India is that we have not had a national defense policy. We know who our enemies are. We know Chinese have betrayed us. They can't be trusted. But so far, we did not have any policy to check them or to push them back. Similarly, as far as human rights are concerned, there is an international body which keeps indicting India on human rights issues. Why don't we do some aggressive diplomacy and get them to sue China? Because Chinese human rights records are the worst in the world.
I agree with you. And we are being so critical of ourselves for not having to be able to do more. Right? That's it. That's the premise, right? We are questioning ourselves that how are they getting away with this? It's a crime that's happened in front of you. You know it's happened. It's happened in full public glare. We are all feeling it. And they are partying after the crime has been committed. Okay? And we can't do a thing about it. Okay? So that's troubling us. We are saying, oh my God, why couldn't we do this? Why couldn't we do this? Why couldn't we do this? And all are the right presumptions. But in accountability of the Chinese Communist Party should first be taken by the Chinese people. The Chinese people have failed it. When the protests begin in Tiananmen Square and millions of Chinese show up to protest and demand the exit of Xi Jinping, I'll believe that the Chinese people are standing up. Okay? I'll believe that there's a Dandi march happening and somebody is leading the Chinese people against the CCP. Until I see that happening, I only see what's happening in Hong Kong, what's happening in Xinjiang. We keep having these abstract conversations about human rights, but in the reality, here's the bottom line. Group Captain Jha wants to come in, then I want Ropin Sumit back in. Group Captain Jha, go ahead.
Yeah, look, Rishabh, I feel the battle is not still lost.
Yes.
We can still make the Chinese pay for it. Only thing is, if WHO Director General is not doing it, let the chairman of the WHO Executive Board do it. Dr. Harshvardhan, he is our own person. let him question, let him raise the investigation team, and Chinese will have to pay.
Let's do it. The logic should be do it. देखी जाएगी. क्या करेंगे? They won't let the team enter Wuhan. Fine. देखी जाएगी. हर चीज पे expose करो. Okay, the Americans on some cooked up evidence, Colin Powell went and made a presentation at the United Nations over diagrams and JPEGs. They weren't even photographs. They were diagrams. And they went in and invaded Iraq. Okay, and look at what these guys have done, and nobody's asking question. It's ridiculous. Hold them to account. देखी जाएगी. What are they going to do? What worse can they do? What worse than wiping off 10-20% of global GDP? What worse than killing 2-3 million people? What worse than invading the Himalayas? What worse can they do? Right? What are they going to do? Nuke us now? What's next? If you killed 66 million people died in the Second World War, 6 million were Germans. Of those 6 million Jews killed in those camps, by the year end, okay, you'll be looking at those kind of fatality figures for coronavirus. Right? By the year end. We don't even know how many they've killed within China. We don't know. No, we'll never know. If the Auschwitz camp had not been liberated, the world would not have known what was happening there. Somebody had to go and liberate Auschwitz, open the door, see the smoke coming out of the stacks, look at the people and the skulls and bones lying there and say, oh my God, what happened here? So until you go in, you will never know. Sumit P, what is the push comes to shove? What's the go for broke here? I mean, this is ridiculous. I've been having so many academic conversations for so many months. Okay, but this is what takes the cake.
I think, Rishabh, the point is that I have a 3-word formula for China. BTT, ban trade and travel to China. That is the best way you can start bringing that communist regime down, because they are a threat to the world. Rishabh, just 5 quick points. We have been discussing this is like a prophecy come true. WHO is a mirage. Forget WHO. It has a direct link with US elections, because what Biden is trying to protect and what CCP is doing. Point number 4, Loin's point of view will be never heard till that time hunters write their history. Every country in the world has to write its own history. हिंदी में एक last point बोलूंगा ऋषभ जी, ये असभ्यता, क्रूरता और बर्बरता का नंगा नाच है वुहान में.
Okay, quick last word. Okay, General Dwivedi, quick last word, sir. I mean, you know, it's called rubbing salt in your wounds, right? So we are all wounded. This come namak छिड़कने आ गए हैं. अब क्या करें? What do we do? General Dwivedi.
Well, Rishabh, I just want to make one simple point. Please understand the system of China. 90 million Chinese are part of the PL, part of the Communist Party. You cannot be a general until you are part of the Communist Party. So therefore, there is going to be no implosion within China, lest the Chinese economy crumbles. That's the time the Chinese people will rise. So the center of gravity is the Chinese economy, and that's what should the world hit at. Second point, the global bodies are not going to do any very great shake. They are actually defunct. I think the world itself has to evolve.
No, replace them. Replace them. No, replace them. If WHO doesn't function, let's replace it. If it doesn't work, then it needs to accept. If UNSC doesn't work, it needs to be replaced. These were also man-made bodies. Man-made bodies, okay? Read about the fate of the League of Nations, what happened. The UN system was created. It has now failed, okay? And the person who has sat at the head of the WHO and caused its failure should be going down in history. He should be remembered by our children. We should be taught about him in our school books as a villain to global security. Our grandchildren should be taught about him. I'll certainly be teaching my grandchildren about him. Commander Jitendra Singh, what do we do, sir, going ahead?
You say when you are talking about us, it's inclusive, it's
globally,
collective.
Yes.
Effort to be made by all the countries in the world, including America, the superpower, Russia, all NATO's, European countries, like they are doing in South China Sea. But cut the long story short is that with all these complications or the formulas of trade, making them suffer economically, I think the ultimate is a military action. But I see, you and me have been discussing the situation in the South China Sea, the display of the power projection of the NATO and American forces with all those battle groups and ships. What I see is it is back to square one. There is no difference being made by all these power protections and displays of
No, the Chinese are still at it, sir. I promise you. I promise you they're still at it. I've run out of time. Gautam Mukherjee, yeah, quick last word. Quick last word. I don't want to come back and have this conversation at the next party in Wuhan. Should we go join them? You know, is it you can't beat them, join them? Gautam Mukherjee, should we also get our swimsuits on and take the next plane to Wuhan?
Rishabh, I am convinced they are paying, but perhaps, and this is outrageous, therefore we are offended. But the fact is they are paying and they will continue to pay. I see a certain desperation in China. This is the wolf warrior diplomacy where offense is being used as their diplomatic card, but they are not getting away with it. They're not convincing anybody.
Well, I'm hoping that's the case, and we'll keep coming back to ensure that remains the case, that they do not get away with it. I do not want to be asked by my grandchildren one day. It is not what happens. It is what you did in response. That this happened, what did your generation do in response? And I don't want to be able to say nothing. We fought amongst each other, we blamed ourselves, we blamed our own governments, we blamed our own political parties, we blamed the other democracies, okay. But China, nothing, right?
Let's be clear, India is definitely going to fight back.
Okay, so
we are sitting here.
Here's the bottom line.
Is coming.
66 million people dead in the Second World War. We must blame Chamberlain. We must blame the Poles for losing. We must blame Stalin for his pact. We must blame the Italians for joining Nazi Germany. We must blame the Swedes and the Finns and the Norwegians. We must blame Roosevelt for joining the war too late. We must blame all these people. But we also must blame Adolf Hitler.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.